This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Henry Solstice Studios of New York, we are here once again. The MMA-Holes have had technical difficulties all night. The coronavirus is kicking in. Let's just do this. Third time's a charm, Jesse? What do you say?
Absolutely, Mom.
All right, let's do this with the MMA-Holes. Yeah.
Back stronger and better than ever, Mystic Moss.
Yes. Okay.
This is the MMA-Holes. I just have to make an announcement.
The computer is restarted. This is the third time we're doing this tonight. If you're coming in right now, thank you for joining us, the new people. The people that came back for a third time, you guys are goddamn celebrities. And yeah, so there's an update. I don't know what happened. We were live for 4.5 hours last night on our second channel.
No problems.
Here we go. This for some reason tonight, it's just, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
I honestly have no idea what the hell's going on. But we'll recap once again. This is our last run.
Yes.
I can't take this anymore. I'd rather the coronavirus take me out than go through this bullshit.
Don't worry, Moss. We always bounce back.
Yeah.
That's what separates us from everyone else.
That's right.
All right.
You know what? There's only two of us, right? When it comes to the production of the show, there's only two holes over here that are taking control of this
We're
thing.
the two best
And
friends.
no.
No. Okay.
Not tonight, Jeff. Not ever, actually. You could never do that again. No Zal Galifianakis tonight. Any other show would have just crashed and burned.
Yeah.
We're just going to relentlessly come back until we get it right.
You can't take us down.
That's just how this is working. That's how this is going to work over here. So deal with it. The technical difficulties. All right. Give us a
quick recap.
Yes.
Tony Ferguson showed off his bizarre new moves.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into my whole bit.
In his training.
Fuck. You know what? I wish that box was me right now. I wish Tony Ferguson was just bashing my fucking face all over the mat.
And we kind of gave him a shit about this because there's no way he's going to be doing this on Khabib Nurmagomedov. But whatever suits his needs. He's schizophrenic, so we'll give him a pass. The next thing in the news, there was a UFC 249 poster that was posted by Dana White. We thought it was pretty funny. You got Joe Rogan up at the top in an astronaut suit and Khabib Nurmagomedov and Tony Ferguson in the octagon inside the bubble on the surface of the moon. They're sponsored by Purell. April 18th, live from the surface of the moon. Quite funny. Probably one of the best posters we've seen out there, or Fugazi posters.
That should be the poster, actually.
Yeah.
If the fight ever does happen, they should just keep the poster, leave it like this.
Yeah. And then Conor McGregor tweeted, "Come out of this better than before. Me personally, I'm coming out of it like Bruce Lee." I don't know what that means.
Right? Dead?
And then the UFC made an official announcement, a statement regarding UFC 249 Khabib versus Ferguson. They said, the UFC is planning to move forward with UFC 249 Khabib versus Ferguson in April. The event will not take place at Barclays Center in Brooklyn as previously announced. The decision was made in accordance with guidance issued by the New York State Athletic Commission, as well as in accordance with restrictions by New York State limiting large public gatherings. Additional details, including location and venue, will be announced when confirmed. Barclays Center ticket holders may seek a full refund at the point of purchase. Internet and phone orders will be automatically canceled and refunded. UFC looks forward to returning to Brooklyn at the earliest opportunity. And then the UFC Brasilia card, Kevin Lee versus Charles Oliveira, has done the lowest numbers that it's done in history for the UFC, an average of 672,000 views. But of course, because the coronavirus had shut down the venue to a public audience, we would have expected this, right? It would either have gone one way or another.
Yeah.
And on top of that,
I can't get past the stupidity. I hate when things are outside of my hands.
Don't worry.
Like I have everything set, and then technology fails me. When technology fails me, I want to fire the technology immediately.
The New York Commission has made an official announcement nixing UFC 249 at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. I don't know how many of you guys know. I'm sure a lot of you do. Us over here in New York are on a declared state of emergency. We're actually shut down. We have a curfew of 8 p.m. every night over here in New York. So until further notice. So because of that, the Barclays Center has limited to any events of 500 people or over cannot be held. But now, because of the national state of emergency, they've held it at 10 people or more cannot be held. So the New York Athletic Commission has jumped in and said, nope, UFC 249 is not having a Barclays Center. So leading into that, Dana White has to find a new venue. Khabib says that Dana White is going to be sending a location within the next couple days for UFC 249. We're assuming it's going to be somewhere outside of the country, given that everywhere inside the country will not allow for a venue to be held. So we're expecting Russia, like Abu Dhabi or Dubai. The coronavirus pandemic is also shedding light on the Endeavor's mismanagement of the UFC cash flow. We're seeing a lot of mismanaged money or
We're seeing a lot of
I'm just trying to sweep through it, Moss. I stumble over my words sometimes.
That's all right.
We're seeing a lot of mismanaged money, or a
that sums up this night.
Disappearing cash flow from Endeavor's management. So there's $200 million that have been made for 2019 compared to 2016, and that money just disappeared. So we have no idea where that happened, and because of the pandemic, we're losing more and more money, and it's a little scary to see how Endeavor is handling this.
Yeah, worried about the state of the UFC. I mean, listen, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Then how will the UFC bounce back, or any sport bounce back? But the UFC especially, it's a unique sport, and it's still kind of like in this period of growth. I feel like it's still in its infancy stages here. You know, even though it's been around for what 20 some odd years. I mean, how many years has it been around? I don't even know. They're on UFC 249, so it's not very long. And here we are. People are dying. The UFC is shut down, and how will they bounce back? They're already in debt. They're not paying their fighters. So it is a scary and interesting situation. Hopefully they could pull it all together. A lot of news to get to tonight, but I do want to just open this. We didn't do this on the last two streams.
Good thing you didn't.
So I'll do it now. Jeffson Rhino, I saw he sent an email too. Jeff, if you're watching. My name is Jeff. Sent a letter. And this letter is going to help us tonight, Jesse.
It is?
Well, yeah. It's going to help us because we've gone through some tough times with the streams. And it keeps shutting down. And now I'm losing my voice. That's the coronavirus kicking in. I'm going to open this letter up from Jeff. Okay. And I think it's a birthday card. I think it's a birthday card.
Oh, no. He said it was a Christmas card.
Oh, a Christmas card.
That's what he said, yeah.
A Christmas card? Really?
Yeah, he said that in the chat the other day.
Oh, okay.
Said it was a Christmas
for what, 2021 or?
For 2019. 21?
Well, I mean, it's almost 2021 Christmas.
Whoa.
No, it's a happy birthday.
The glitter just came out everywhere.
Oh, okay. So it's a Christmas card.
It says happy birthday.
Birthday Christmas card. So there we go. From Jeff Zen Rhino. We're going to open this thing up. Oh, look at this. Couldn't get a birthday card in time. Hope this is okay. Not sure if this is enough for a drink, but happy belated birthday.
Aww.
Zen Rhino, thank you for the Abraham Lincoln. Appreciate that. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Appreciate that, Jeff. That's really generous of you. You are indeed wonderful. Wonderful. All right. There we go. Thank you. Look at that. That makes me feel better now. What happened?
Glitter popped out.
Yeah.
And now I have to sneeze.
All right, Jeff. The letter has arrived. I mean, the card has arrived, and we really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Rhino.
Everything helps in these times of coronavirus situation. Okay, so now that we're caught up, the other streams got shut down. We're in our third attempt. And now that we're caught up, Jesse, what is the next story in the news?
All right. The next story, Conor McGregor, UFC's superstar, opens up on his whiskey. Khabib. Did you hear that?
That's gunshots, Jesse.
It sounded like someone was knocking.
It's gunshots. No, it's like a banging outside.
It sounded like someone was knocking.
It's on heaven's door.
on our door.
No, it's the coronavirus outbreak. Gunshots. People are in the
Maybe
streets.
it's our...
What? There's no knocking. That was like literally banging outside.
It sounded like knocking, Moss. Should I go check the door?
No, that wasn't on the door. And you wouldn't hear the door knocking from here.
Okay.
This is one weird night. All right, back into the news over here.
All right. He opens up on his whiskey, Khabib Nurmagomedov, and fame. So there was another exclusive interview with Conor McGregor that was held just recently. According to the Bleacher Report, a lightning theft hand made Conor McGregor a champion, but it was his persona that drew the world's attention. The other UFC fighters have attempted to cross over, but progress in that direction has been incremental, from Tank Abbott's experience on Friends to Ken Shamrock and Ronda Rousey invading the world of WWE to Randy Couture's various B-movie adventures. None of them have managed to reach McGregor's level in terms of star power. Chuck Liddell appeared in commercials. McGregor makes them for his own brand of Irish whiskey. There are, as the saying goes, levels to this. There have been a lot of MMA stars who are big in the octagon, but who could walk around practically unnoticed in the real world because no one outside of the industry knew who they were. McGregor has been one of the first with a name that transcends the UFC. But his name has also become familiar to those inside and outside of the UFC world for what many consider to be a bigoted language for various assault charges and for recent allegations of sexual assault. McGregor is currently under investigation in Ireland for 2 separate sexual assault allegations made by women in Dublin. His name remains in the news for reasons that are much more serious than his actual fighting career. Writing about McGregor in 2020 is difficult. The recent allegations are so heinous that going about business as usual seems wrong. But because of Ireland's legal restrictions, it's impossible to get a clear picture of what exactly is going on.
He's a heinous human being, Jesse.
And alongside that uncertainty, the business as usual manner continues. He's not talking about it, and he's still headlining UFC events, still appearing in commercials for Proper 12. For the most part, he's publicly proceeding with his life as if nothing else is happening. If he's worried about his legal future, contrite about past actions, or making wholesale changes in the way he lives his life, it's hard to tell from interviews like this one. For a time, fans began thinking of McGregor the fighter in the past tense. Still just 31 years old, his reign as the first champ when he was simultaneously on top of both the featherweight and lightweight classes. Seems like a lifetime ago. He's fought just twice in the octagon since 2016.
Sounds like a salty motherfucker that wrote this.
Yeah. A mixed bag.
So again, did Kainoto write this?
A mixed bag for certain, as he decimated Donald Cerrone in seconds, but was on the receiving end of an extended drubbing at the hands of lightweight kingpin Nurmagomedov, a fighter.
This guy is he's so salty.
A fighter.
This guy's, he's the best.
A fighter who has already made his millions can be a conundrum. What motivates a man who has already reaped all the awards and basked in a lifetime's worth of glory? McGregor says that motivation became a struggle, but he also says his commitment to regaining his position at the top of the mixed martial arts pyramid. McGregor has always been very introspective after fights, and he's now had almost 2 years to think about the Khabib fight. It actually worked out well in some ways.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He survived the grappler's early blitz and was on his feet for an extended period of time with the chance to damage his foe. So was the result just his second loss in 12 UFC bouts a failure of game plan or a failure of execution? No one fights forever, and transitions back to the regular world can be hard. It seems nothing can replace the thrill of the fight, but McGregor's involvement in Proper 12, an attempt to carve out space in the ultra-competitive whiskey market, appears to provide the same kind of engagement. Perhaps conceptually, it's the same. The Jameson and Tullamore replacing Jose Aldo or Khabib Nurmagomedov across the proverbial cage. Until recently, the most prominent placement of his whiskey was an adornment of the UFC octagon, but the brand expanded to sponsor big-time boxing during the Tyson Fury-Deontay Wilder mega fight.
I guarantee this author, when they were watching Fury Wilder and they saw Proper 12 all over the map,
like, God damn it.
No! How dare you! Conor McGregor! I hate you! Proper 12! No! 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 Oh, no! The guy was dying. I must write this article. I am dying on the inside.
All right, McGregor believes it's a brand that can transcend UFC just like he has to reach out to the broader public. The advertisements, together with the fact that Manny Pacquiao recently signed with the team managing McGregor, have many speculating that the Irishman will return to the boxing ring for his next fight.
Then when Cowboy Cerrone got mauled, he's like, oh my God! What am I doing? I thought this is the end.
Well,
it's only the beginning. Hate to break it to you.
Yeah. Well, more about Conor McGregor if you scroll to the next one. Conor McGregor.
I love it.
His coach says that McGregor could bring the UFC back to life in July.
You know what's going to happen here? Especially because with, Khabib and Ferguson, the uncertainty of that fight ever materializing, they're going to sink their teeth into Mr. McGregor, and they're going to latch onto this man like you won't believe. If you hate this guy, then you may as well stop watching the UFC ever again, because you're literally going to be watching the McGregor show.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you. I mean, it sucks, but it's great for me because I like when people go crazy and literally loathe a human being. It's fun. It's fun to watch on the outside, Yeah. I like Conor. Listen, he's done some dumb things.
No, you love Conor.
But I like the fact that he pisses people off. It's funny.
Yeah.
Like, it's just funny watching people get so mad. Like, he didn't do it to you. And honestly, he got off the rape thing, never even really happened. He's caught in bed with some other fucking girl. I guarantee 90% of this chat's been caught in bed with another girl. Like, I mean, who gives a fuck?
But in bed with another girl.
In bed with another girl. I mean, it's probably happened to a lot of these men out there. Realistically, he japped a guy in a bar. It was stupid. I japped guys. I've japped old men in bars too.
Old men?
Listen, I've gotten into fights with everybody. Like, when we were kids, we would fight. If someone mouths off and someone throws a punch, I don't give a fuck how old they are. Now, in this situation,
have you ever punched a 50-some-year-old man?
Listen, I'll put it to you this way. When we were in bar fights, we would hit anything that was in front of us.
I would lose all respect for you if you tell me you have punched an old man.
I shoved a girl in a fucking when we were in a mosh pit, and it was on purpose. I got my ass kicked for it.
Yeah, it wasn't on purpose.
It wasn't on purpose, but maybe that wasn't on purpose with Conor.
Have you intentionally punched an old man?
Listen.
Have you? Yes or no?
Plead the fifth. Because I have been in bar fights.
You're disgusting.
Here's the thing. With Conor McGregor, he was wrong. He shouldn't have hit the guy.
You're despicable.
I wasn't there. If the guy turned around and be like, your mother's a fucking slut. I fucked her last week. And Conor punched her. They're saying it was proper. We don't know what the guy said.
We weren't there.
Who gives a fuck what the man does? Who gives a shit what this man does? He doesn't pay your bills. All we want to see is this guy go in a cage and compete. That's all we care about. Now, if he murdered someone, okay, that's wrong. If he was convicted of rape, yeah, that's wrong.
Now I know why you like Conor so much, because you just like him.
Listen,
you punch old people and you push women around.
Listen to this. When he defended Artem, I would have done the same fucking thing. I couldn't tell you how many times.
It's so immature.
I'll give you a story. One of my friends got into a fight with someone, got his ass kicked. He rolled up on me. I was with my girlfriend at the time in front of a house. He rolls up and he says to me, yeah, man, I got into a fight, with this guy. I'm like, what happened? I looked at him. He turned to me and his fucking face was like a balloon.
My foot was a balloon.
I fucking told the girl to get in the house. I drove over there and I was ready to go. Like, I was ready to rock. Like everything was out. Like logic was out of my mind.
You're so impulsive.
If my boy got slapped by a bunch of Muslims, I would have jumped on my private jet and flew over there and threw a dolly too. It is what it is. It's wrong. He got in trouble for it. You move on.
Now we know why he loves Conor.
Here's the deal.
He acts just like him.
Who gives a fuck? John Jones hit and run a pregnant lady. He fucking snorted coke.
Oh, does that mean you're going to go start hitting pregnant women too?
He's done picograms. He's done this and that. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? All I want to see is guys and girls fight in a cage. I don't care. We're watching cage fighting. It's out of control. It's so funny watching people just hate. I hate this guy. I hate that guy. Who cares?
You were that guy.
Listen, I didn't fucking hit and run a pregnant woman, and I forgive John Jones.
Girls.
I forgive John Jones. I don't give a fuck what he does in his personal life. I don't care whether I want to root against him or I don't care. I'm not gonna be like,
you're despicable.
Ew, that man is a horrible human being.
I'll never look at you the same.
I am not a righteous motherfucker. I am not the type of person that's gonna go out there and throw shade on someone for something they did. Who cares? It's their life. Let them. All right, that's fucking stupid. We move on. There are certain people that say that's fucking stupid every fucking day.
Well, now you need to back
Move
up.
on.
You go to sleep too.
Jesus. Nate Diaz smoking on my shirt over here.
How can you call his fights anything but orchestrated?
Oh!
He beat Donald by Luginus and now he signed Manny so that people like Moss can chirp when Manny takes a dive. This guy is a shelter bum. Studio created legacy with the best writers in the biz at WME.
Oh my God. You can't discredit. This is one thing you could never take away from Conor. This man is the first ever simultaneous double champ over here. This guy ran through the 145-pound weight class, and you could make an argument he's the greatest of all time. Say what you want about him being orchestrated. You could say the same thing about Israel Adesanya. You could say the same fucking thing about Izzy.
Back up, or you're gonna go to sleep.
But Conor smokes his opponent.
Go to sleep too.
Chrome to you, don't.
YouTube is racist. Every time you all get shut down, I'm usually either talking to you guys on the phone or sending a message. How dare those fuckers trying to stop me from getting the truths out? I'm trying to do the Lord's work and they keep cutting me off.
I think. Oh, here. See, Chrome threw that donation in, knowing that every time he's donated, the stream got shut down. So maybe.
So he donated again in the hopes that we would get shut down again.
Yeah, maybe. Oh.
We know Chrome's agenda
Hold
now.
on. This is what you're supposed to do, Jesse. If you were on the same wavelength as me, you would have froze. Like, that's what you would have done.
Oh, I thought we were going to keep it going.
We froze and freaked out.
Let's keep it going.
Anyway, thank you, Chrome. Thank you, Kainoto, for the donation. Like, listen, I want this man to fight more because I need to see more triggered people. Like, I need to see the...
I need to stop for a second.
Yes.
Roberto Lopez says the quality went down. Roberto, in the settings section at the bottom of your video, just click quality and then click 720p. Sometimes it goes down. So.
It's Christmas!
Christmas.
Oh my God, it's Christmas. Here we go, Roberto.
My name is Troll, and I'm a special hole. I'm shirtless and alone again. Internet is my only friend.
It's Christmas, hooray!
I sit and watch MMA. No girlfriend this year, but I have my hand.
Oh yes, here we go.
Sit in front of computer, making fun of people. No avatar to hide my gremlin face. Oh yes, it's Christmas. I am so hideous. Maybe Santa will bring me a pocket pussy.
I needed that donation. Needed that.
I honestly think Khabib would have hurt McGregor really bad in a street brawl. He wasn't scared to get up that bus, I think. Smiley face.
You don't think I shit on bus? Listen, Khabib is nuts, man. Khabib grew up on the streets. Khabib is a legit nightmare for anybody that is remotely close to his weight class. So on the streets, inside the cage, he's a problem in any way, in any area.
Is anyone noticing I'm getting two
Man, you better back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
You can never say that about Israel. The guy fought Romero and Gastelum, so by virtue of that he's in a different league than the midget slaying bum. A 5'9", 190
years
guy
old.
beating up midgets weighing 135. He's just the fastest retired. That's all he is.
He's 42 years old, Yo Romero, and he barely threw a punch. Yo Romero is like this. You're talking orchestrated? Yo Romero didn't even fight. Oh my God. Oh!
This is so obnoxious.
Holy shit.
How about humble?
Yo Romero didn't even throw a punch. The guy was just... Now you're giving the man credit? Oh my God, I am glad that we were able to bounce back over here. This is apples and oranges here. This is apples and oranges here, right? Conor McGregor did his thing, and then he went up. If Israel Adesanya did his thing, won the belt, and then went up and defeated John Jones too, that would have been Mecca.
He has a whole division to defend his belt first.
Jesse, you want me to pull up? You want me to pull it up? We have Anderson Silva and we have Yoel Romero that are almost 50 years old.
John Jones straight up said...
Washed up. He was talking washed up.
Are you 5 years old? Can I talk?
He was talking washed up.
John Jones said that he wouldn't even give Israel Adesanya a chance until he started defending members of his division. So, man, you are so immature.
Listen.
Like, you can't hold a conversation unless it's you speaking and you making your point. If someone else is making a point, you have to start mocking them and doing weird things. Just let me speak. and this is how adults talk.
Okay, good.
All right? John Jones said that he would not give Adesanya the chance unless Adesanya showed that he could defend his belt in his own division.
Jesse, you're talking about something that I am not.
No,
I
you're
said
comparing Adesanya to Conor McGregor.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you compare Adesanya's run and Conor McGregor, how many 42, 43-year-olds did Conor McGregor defeat? How many?
But you are one of the ones who have said that the age doesn't matter. And now you're using age as a defense, which makes no sense.
I didn't bring it up. They did.
No, you brought up the age.
They said,
brought up Yoel Romero.
Kainoto said, washed up bums.
And
Quotes.
you said 42 years old.
Kainoto brought it up.
Yes.
So I am piggybacking off. Jesse, listen.
Yes.
Kainoto said, washed up bums.
Referring to Yoel Romero.
And
you said 42 years old.
That's a washed up bum.
But you
I'm no
said
fan of
before,
Israel, but the guy is in a different league than that pikey bum.
Washed
He
up
fights
bums.
dangerous competition while Mac beats wink people wink with wink shoulder wink bumps. GTFO. Even Lesnar was more active than your boy.
Oh my God, Lesnar was a complete steroid cheat. How could you even bring up Brock Lesnar? The guy was a steroid cheat. What the hell is going on here? Anyway.
Sometimes you get a little too into it, and then it's difficult to
So just real quick,
respect
bringing
what you're
up
saying.
Bringing up washed up bums, right? Tarnishing Conor's legacy. Then I compare him. Hold on. Then I compare him. Hold on. I compare him to Israel Adesanya, who beat up washed up bums more than Conor.
Kelvin wasn't a washed up bum.
Kelvin's not
What
even
the
a
fuck
fucking
is going
middleweight.
on? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Mugato.
Mugatu. Zoolander. Shout out to Zoolander.
Wonderful.
Here's the thing. It's such a ridiculous argument. I compared him to Izzy, saying that it's a better legacy than Izzy. So far, Izzy's still writing his legacy over here. Here's the problem, and this is the greatest thing ever. Conor McGregor, the state of the UFC is relying on McGregor once again. He just ran through Cowboy Cerrone. McGregor has a chance to piss everyone off all over again.
But he's already done that.
I never had the opportunity to witness someone get into a sport, piss them off one time, right? Leave, and then come back and piss them off again. It's going to be a magnificent thing. It really is. Watching Conor McGregor rise into greatness again, and everyone complain and cry. Deal with it. McGregor's back. When the UFC comes back, they're going to put all their eggs in one basket, and everyone's going to let the tears fly, and I'm going to laugh my ass off the whole way. All right, Jesse.
Moss, you're a sad, sad little man.
Listen, I'm just trying to trigger everyone. Can you just let me just trigger him? For God's sakes.
You sound triggered.
I'm not. No, you know what I'm triggered about? I'm triggered about the stream shutting down.
Would you let that go?
But I'm not
already?
triggered about this.
It doesn't matter, the
but
stream.
You're missing. See, apparently, you don't know me very well. So, what I am angry about is the stream shutting down. And I am having fun with trolling. So, I think you're misunderstanding. This is content, Jesse.
Yeah.
I am giving people the content.
Yeah.
Content right now. That's what I'm doing. All right, Jesse? You're misunderstanding what's happening over here. I am trolling like a motherfucker. And you're just ruining the fun here, Jesse. Just roll with the troll over here. Roll with the troll. All right.
That's what I do, Mom.
Anything else you want to say about Izzy?
Yeah, Conor McGregor, no. Conor McGregor's coach said that McGregor could bring the UFC back to life in July. According to The Score, Conor McGregor's striking coach expects the UFC star's next fight will take place this summer and mark a triumphant return for the promotion following the coronavirus pandemic. He didn't pause it.
You need to back up. You can go to sleep too.
All right, let him through. Kainoto coming in.
One thing you can't accept about Conor is that he built his legacy on the tiny, crushed skeletons of fighters half his size. Israel may not be my guy, but he's fought bigger people than he is. Better comp. Real fighters. While Conor is out slapping old men.
Okay, so name one fighter that Israel Adesanya fought that was bigger than him? That was
Gaslam.
Was bigger than him?
Yes, Gaslam was bigger than him. He was taller, but Gaslam was bigger.
No, I'm talking. He's saying midgets, like he's saying smaller guys, like shorter guys. Who was taller than Israel Adesanya?
So your definition of midgets is shorter guys.
What is it? What is a midget, Jesse?
Man, you better back up.
Smaller altogether.
And then you need to back up.
The fuck is going?
Shrunken.
What is it? Are you trolling now?
Shrunken.
Shove a girl, punch an old man, how could you? This shifts things around, and now we'll have to give Jesse points on Fridays. Wait, now that I think about, even a guy who shoves girls and punches old men remembers me. Pete's Moss continues. BTW remove C word hashtag.
You are such a fucking jerk, man. It's hard to recognize voices. We take so many calls.
Hmm?
Come on, Manny.
Jesse, deal with it.
Come on.
Anyway, yeah, midgets are shorter people, Jesse. So
when I think midget, I think shrunken altogether, not just height,
but
body size.
Name one fighter that Adesanya beat that was bigger than him.
Gastelum.
Gastelum was bigger.
Was Silva bigger
Name
than
one
Adesanya?
fighter. Anderson Silva, no.
How tall is Silva?
Go look it up. Name one fighter. I don't know one fighter maybe in kickboxing.
So you're just speaking in terms of height.
I am
one fighter
Jesse,
who is taller than Adesanya.
I am taking with
He's
Kainoto
6'2".
brings me. Okay, I'm taking what Kainoto brings me, and I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay, but what I'm asking you is
Conor
your version.
McGregor is
listen
a
to me.
midget slayer.
Your version of smaller.
How tall is Adesanya?
Smaller is height. You're not even thinking in terms of.
I feel like
build.
I'm sitting next to Kainoto right now. The idiocracy that's going on.
No, I'm asking you.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is a question. All right, so get out of your 15-year-old mindset and put yourself in a 42-year-old mindset. I'm asking if smaller in your definition is height rather than build.
Yes, he said
Why
midgets.
Why is that smaller?
Oh my God, Jesse. Oh my goodness.
It's a genuine question. Because some people consider smaller.
Kainoto is saying Conor McGregor beat up midgets on his way up there. He's a midget slayer, right? Okay? Midgets are shorter.
And less build.
What in the fuck? So, thank you for confirming my point. Adesanya has beat everyone shorter than him. So, what in God's name is going?
Shorter? You've even said before that height doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter, Jesse. What the fuck? I'm saying it doesn't. That's my point.
Triggered.
I am saying that is my point. Jesus. When I first met Jessie, I thought she was an airhead, right? And the reason why I thought she was an airhead is because on air, she just says things that come across as ditzy. Right now, you're doing the airhead thing. You're not stupid. And I promise you, Jessie is not dumb. She is not dumb in any way. It just, in this situation, you have to put the pieces together a little bit better here, okay? When he's talking about midgets, he's talking about shorter fighters, right? Okay? So what I'm saying with Israel Adesanya is, well, why can you say congratulate him? He beat all shorter fighters too. That's the point I'm trying to make. Okay? Content, Jesse. Get with the content. What is going on? Fucking A. Yeah, like right over your head. It's smashed into Michelangelo, and I'm getting it and putting it right back in front of you again so you understand what's going on here. All right? Sheesh. God damn.
Wonderful.
What the hell is going on here? So anyway, to get to your point again, you can't name one person, right? Have you found anyone that's shorter than Israel Adesanya?
I'm going to pass.
Smaller than Israel Adesanya? No. You can't. Can't find that. All right, Jesse, let's get back into the news over here. Let's move into the next story. I think we've said enough. You're not retarded, Jesse. I promise.
According to MMA Fighting, Colby Covington apologizes to Dustin Poirier for recent insults, saying, "I kind of lost my cool," like Moss just did. Colby Covington had several feuds going on at any given time, and he's looking to take out one of the equation. Nobody has been safe from Covington's invective over the past few years, including his fellow American top team fighters, Tyron Woodley, Jorge Masvidal, and Dustin Poirier. At various times, Covington has butted heads with them in the media, and in a recent interview with ESPN, he had some choice words for Poirier. The two have spoken ill of each other in the past.
Back up or you're going to go to sleep. And then you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
None of the shrimps that Conor beat can ever carry more mass than he does. Will never weigh more than him.
Now he's changing it.
Israel beat guys that are massive, maybe not taller, but they are stronger and more mass-carrying guys. Conor beats up elves. Sorry, Moss.
All right, ready?
Elves.
Hold on a second. Thank you, Kainoto. Appreciate the donation. Chad Mendes was a wider, stockier, steroided person, right? Wasn't he a wider, stockier steroid? Dennis Seaver was a little former steroided bull. He had more massive size, right? What the heck? Kainoto, you're gonna lose. Stop it. Stop taking the L's. But I do appreciate the donations. You're wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Should I continue?
Yes, please. I listen. I love Kainoto. You know why I love Kainoto? Because he proves points for me. Like, he lets me have to do limited work here. He makes my job easy.
However, Covington changed his tune during an interview with Submission Radio, explaining that he had made a promise to ATT head Dan Lambert that he wouldn't escalate the Poirier feud. The change in tone is a rare one for Covington, who has continued to trade insults with Woodley, Masvidal, and current UFC welterweight champ Kamaru Usman, among others. A lengthy win streak and a brash persona have resulted in Covington becoming a headline maker and an interim title holder in the last few years. Still, by Covington's own admission, his interaction with the typically cordial Poirier went farther than he wanted it to go. Covington is currently awaiting his next fight booking after losing a dramatic championship bout to Usman at UFC 245 in December, while Poirier is scheduled to fight Dan Hooker in May. As far as Covington is concerned, it would be best if he and Poirier can talk it out before moving on with their careers.
Well, if they're going to train at the same gym, yeah, they should be civilized, right? I would imagine that would probably make sense, right? They're still over at the same gym.
Yes.
All right, there we go. Are you mad?
No.
Okay. So do you want to tell them about our TikTok?
Nah, you can tell them. You're the one who downloaded that.
I have TikTok now. Not by choice. But it seems like a smart business move, so we decided to do it. Probably not going to put much content on there, but you can check it out. It's at the MMA-Holes if you're into that kid stuff. But I saw Dr. Phil doing it, and I'm like, I guess we got to do it too. So if you want to go over to TikTok, do that. And maybe you can see me and Jesse doing some TikTok content. But Colby Covington against, going back and forth with Poirier and Masvidal and all that stuff over there. I could understand the Masvidal stuff. The Poirier stuff doesn't make any sense, But they should squash it. I saw Joanna too, another one. Joanna Champion was also going at it with Colby Covington, not happy with his words, and Amanda Nunes, So, they got to They got to sort it out, man. If you're going to be at the same gym, you got to sort that shit out. You got to get it. You got to get it down pat.
Man, you better back up, or you're gonna go to sleep. Man, you need to back up. Or
we got Chrome to your dome coming in.
Conor is the new crazier version of GSP. In their prime, both lost to a bum. GSP lost to Sarah and Conor lost to Nate. Both lost to one of the greatest fighters of all time. GSP lost to Hughes and Conor to Khabib. I see similarities in their career.
Well, listen, GSP has defended so many times. GSP was, he had some fights where people said were quote unquote boring, but he did go on that tremendous run, and GSP could be the pound for pound. You can make a good argument for GSP being the pound for pound GOAT. But I see what similarities you're saying there, but yeah, GSP's on another level. I can't really go there on that. Thank you for the donation, Mr. Chrome Tia Dome, talking about a bunch of things tonight. As the stream has shut down multiple times, we've bounced back, and we're better than ever. They're talking about sending UFC 249 someplace else. We spoke about that earlier in the stream. Not sure where they're going to put it, but it doesn't look like Brooklyn's the place. Brooklyn already said, nope, it's not going to happen anytime soon over there until they get this coronavirus taken care of. So we'll see. We'll see when the UFC comes back. My question to the chat is this. Give me a month that you think the UFC is going to come back. Because honestly, I'm thinking summertime is realistic if it comes back. Who knows? But I'm thinking summertime-ish would be around the right time for it to come back. Let me know in the chat, when do you think the UFC is coming back? Goat James. I like that picture over there. It's a goat face. I think that's LeBron. It says June. TikTok is for girls who have pretty faces and shitty dance moves. No talent is required. CBD. There we go. Perfect. CBD. Roberto.
CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you wanted to get these for before, after fight training and make your life a better place.
Maybe a better place.
Colby talks all that trash. He called security when Jorge approached him just to talk, even told Dana.
Colby talks all that trash. He calls security, and George approaches him and talk. Yeah, Colby's he's all show, right? Thank you, Roberto, for the donation. He's all show. He's not like that in real life. It is kind of strange though that this beef rolled over into the gym. His character kind of leaked into the gym. Maybe he is a scooch. What do you think about Colby Covington, Jess? I mean, do you think he's all shtick? The fact that he has beef with his...
I've already addressed this. I think it's a fake persona, and I think he's extremely cringy, which is what he wants, and intolerable to watch.
Oh. So you don't like Colby at all?
No, because you know he's fake.
But you don't like...
If it were real, like Conor, I would appreciate it a little more. But I think Covington forces it too much, and it's frustrating to watch.
All right. Well, what about the fact that Conor did the whole... You know, bad guy.
Back up, or you're gonna go to sleep. And then you need to back up.
We got Drunk Savage
too.
I just did a bunch of research on McGregor and Adesanya, and what I found out is TikTok is gay as fuck, Moss.
It is.
Fucking whitest of white people bullshit. Delete it now.
You know what? I'm with you. I think TikTok is the most heinous of all. Actually, no, Snapchat is probably the worst out of them all. But TikTok is terrible. It's for kids, really. But if you look at the numbers on there, check out, do me this favor, go on to, I think our community is not a TikTok community. So I would say majority of people don't go over there. But if you look at the numbers, social media wise, it would be a business misplay not to go over to TikTok. And she was like, I'm not doing TikTok. I'm like, well, look at the numbers. Like we posted a video, just literally a scrolling meme thing. And right off the, like within minutes, it got like 400 views on it, just like that. I'm like, we didn't tag or anything, and it got crazy views. So it's a business move. It's not something I'm really going to play on. And hopefully down the road, someone else will take care of that. Thank you for the donation, Drunk. Anyway, with the Conor thing, Conor has this shtick, right? And then all of a sudden, he's goody two-shoes. There's no more bad guy. He goes into the Cowboy Cerrone fight, and he's Mr. Good Guy, right? Colby Covington, we haven't seen that yet. We've just seen that wrestling shtick by him. So it is a different type of thing here between the two guys, right? So maybe Conor's a dick in real life. He could be a dick. It's possible. But you don't think he is? You think he's a good person in real life?
Yeah, I think Conor executed it perfectly, and Colby looks like a fucking jackass when he doesn't. Wow, so Jesse is not a Colby fan. Do you think he can actually save face here, Colby Covington? No. No? So you say stick with his shtick and just ride off into the sunset? Yes, all right. What's wrong? Nope. You twitching. Jesse gets a nervous twitch. I don't twitch. You do? No, I don't. It's all right. It's cute. I don't twitch. You ever see a rabbit when it goes... I don't do that. Yeah, you're twitching. No, I don't. It's wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful. It gives you character, man. We should do a Twitch cam. I don't twitch, all right. Boss. Can you wink? Yes, I can wink. Good. Give us a wink. Now wink the other eye. Oh, it's tough. I can't really... I'm like, my whole face goes there. Let's see you do it. Do it as fast as you can. Wink on both sides. No. Let's see. Let's I want to move on to the next topic. Let's have a wink off. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go. Go. Oh. All right. Amid the global pandemic, according to MMA junkie Bilal Muhammad, still hopeful that UFC 249 takes place. With the next 3 previously scheduled UFC events postponed, one massive event hangs delicately in the balance. UFC 249, headlined by one of the most anticipated fights in the company's history, with lightweight champ Khabib Nurmagomedov taking on former interim title holder Tony Ferguson, is still scheduled to proceed as things currently stand, but nothing is certain amid the current rapidly growing coronavirus pandemic. UFC President Dana White has assured fans that the fight will take place regardless, even outside the U.S. if necessary, but what does that mean for the rest of the card? Welterweight contender Bilal Muhammad, who takes on Lyman Good on the April 18th card, is hopeful that this fight and event as a whole end up happening. He said, quote, "I'm staying optimistic. If there's anyone that can get it done, it's Dana. I feel like they were close to making every event happen. It was just enough time, so I'm hoping that these next 4 weeks will be dedicated to figuring out UFC 249. I'm also praying that a vaccine will happen in the next couple of weeks. Who knows? Anything's possible." The UFC fought to make this Saturday's UFC on ESPN Plus 29 card in London happen by moving the event to the U.S. and reaching out to Colby Covington as a potential replacement for Leon Edwards to face Tyron Woodley. But their plan fell apart as large gatherings have been banned and many non-essential businesses shutting down amid the global pandemic. Nurmagomedov's father has since tossed out the idea of UFC 249 main event potentially taking place in Dubai, a familiar territory for Muhammad. Muhammad's last fight took place in Abu Dhabi, where he scored his first career submission win, choking out Takashi Sato at UFC 242. In the meantime, Muhammad has been doing all he can to stay ready despite the restrictions in most public places. With the UFC being one of the last major organizations to succumb to global pandemic, promotion officials received heavy criticism from the media and fans for going through with UFC on ESPN Plus 28 in Brasilia last weekend and continuing to push for the events despite the potential risks. But Muhammad supports the UFC's efforts. After all, he only gets paid when he fights. Time will tell as things continue to unfold over the next several weeks, but should his fight proceed with no crowd, Muhammad would be okay with that too.
Man, you better back up or you're going to go to sleep. Man, you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Krom till dom.
Nate, Cowboy, Dustin, Holloway and Alvarez were all bigger than Conor. Also Khabib was bigger than him as well. That dolly was bigger than him too and he picked his ass up and threw him into a fucking bus. That old man appeared to be bigger too.
All right, there you go. Krom till dom. I mean, listen. I don't understand what the others are saying. I have no idea. Nate, Cowboy, Dustin, Holloway, Eddie Alvarez, no. I mean, maybe wider if you're talking thickness, yeah. But yeah, they're all taller than him. Like it's Chrome. It's not even worth it, man. It really, it's not even worth it. Anyway, Belal Muhammad. That's how you know that the coronavirus is hit. We're talking about Belal Muhammad. There you go, Belal Muhammad. Hopefully, UFC 249 takes place. Next story. Who the hell is this? What we got here?
MMA veteran
Who the fuck is that guy?
Cedric Marks has been accused of murdering 3 people.
What?
Cedric Marks, born 1974, is a veteran of over 50 mixed martial arts bouts. He has competed at Bellator, Shamrock Fighting Championships, and South Texas Fighting Championships. His list of past opponents include Bobby Volker, Pete Spratt, Drew Fickett, Josh Haynes, and Daniel Serafian. In January 2019, Marks was charged with double homicide in connection to the deaths of Jenna Scott and Michael Swearingen. While he is standing for trial for those murders, Marks was charged with the murder of April Peace, his former girlfriend, and the mother of one of his children. This stream includes articles that cover the investigation and court cases relate to Marks and these murders. On March 17th, Marks receives a 3rd murder charge. February 14th, Mark's wife admits hiding him during manhunt. Jesus. August 15th, Texas to seek death penalty for Cedric Marks. April 14th, Marks to plead not guilty, changes to protective order
this
laws
in Texas?
Sought. I believe. March 18th, Cedric Marks formally charged with murder and burglary. February 6th of 2019, Marks' girlfriend claims she witnessed him murder 2 people. February 4th, MMA veteran accused of murders escapes prison van. And January 23rd, MMA vet arrested for allegedly robbing a home of his ex, who has since been found dead.
Mm-hmm. Now, someone like this is someone that we should all get on and same page with, right? I mean, this sounds like a... Now, this is some serious shit. Jesus Christ. This guy sounds like he was ripped out of The Shining. It's nuts. Holy shit. Cedric Marks. Why am I not... I can't recall this guy at all. What's this guy's about? What is he about? I don't recall him fighting at all. Cedric Marks, veteran. Let's look at his career. Maybe if I see where he's fought, I could jog my memory. Do you recall that name?
Yes, I do.
You do? I don't remember. But then again, I can't remember what I ate for breakfast. Oh, it's Spider-Man. Damn. Cedric, he's 45 years old. You've heard of this guy? He fought for More, EFC, Rocks Extreme, Fists of Fury. This guy's
covered him before in news.
Yeah, maybe if he murdered someone. That's the only way we're talking about. He's got L's all over the place. Who the hell is this guy? He fought in Bellator. When was this? 2010. Texas Regional. Yeah, this guy never really turned out, so he decided to start killing people. Well, he got a win in his last fight. Doesn't even have a picture. All right. Well, hopefully this guy's going to be off the streets forever. Anyway, who else we got over here?
This day in MMA history, Jimmy Manawa had KO'd Corey Anderson, and Brad Pickett retired, and Gunnar Nelson tapped Alan Joban. No story. That's just what happened this day back in those.
Jimmy Manawa. Man, this guy, everyone was saying with the dynamite in his hands that one day this guy could potentially be a champion. That didn't work out. Is he fighting in bare knuckle? Where is he going, Jimmy?
I don't know where.
He's not fighting anywhere now with the coronavirus. Damn, son. We got a donation coming in.
You gotta back up or you're gonna go to sleep. And then you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Drunk Savage.
One last thing I'll say on the subject. Adesanya has defended his belt and will continue to do so. McGregor never will defend a belt. Fighters always say you're not a true champion till you defend your belt. I need more alcohol. Be right back.
Thank you, Drunk.
Can you bring me some?
Alcohol. So, one last thing with this McGregor situation is it's kind of funny. People won't understand the fact that a guy like McGregor is going to carve his own path with what he did in the past and is going to do in the future. We don't know what's to expect down the road, but his run that he made at featherweight and the immediate jump up to 155. You can say whatever you want, but you can't ever take that away from the guy. You can make excuses for how he got there and handpicked and this and that, but that run was magical. However you look at it, right? He got into a lot of trouble, and that's where people jumped off the bandwagon, and rightfully so. Sometimes people look at fighters and want to be friends with them and want to say, that's got to be a role model, and that person's got to, kids got to look up to that person. But I look at it like this. These fighters, they're fighting. They're literally cage fighters, and they all carve their own paths, their own destinies. Defending belts is a criteria to some people it's not. To me, what Conor McGregor is going to do and what he has done, when you look back, you will always be talking about him. And Israel Adesanya is on that path too, where he's going. So they're all carving different destinies. You can't take away anything he's done in the past, and that's that. Whether you want to like him or not, that makes it fun. But we move on. No one's going to be talking about Jimmy Manawa. I'll tell you that much. Poor guy. What do we have over here?
Jack Shore is confident that UFC London fighters will be compensated for their event cancellation. According to MMA Fighting, surging undefeated Welsh bantamweight Jack Shore is staying positive in the light of his recently canceled bout with Geraldo de Freitas, which was due to take place on the main card of UFC London this weekend, and believes the UFC will do the right thing when it comes to compensating fighters who are preparing for the event. UFC London was officially canceled on Monday due to coronavirus concerns, just days before the event was set to take place at the O2, but Shore is remaining upbeat in light of the global pandemic. Although it seemed as though the UFC were trying to relocate the entire card to the US at one point, Shore did not have any communication with the promotion and acknowledged that keeping the main event between Leon Edwards and Tyron Woodley alive was probably the main concern. Despite his months of preparation, Shore is adamant that there's no point in crying over spilled milk. Although he does know or does not know when he will be back in action, Shore understands that it's impossible to plan anything at the moment as the virus continues to take grip of the globe. While Cage Warriors have managed to get some UFC London fights on their upcoming card this Friday in Manchester, Shore knew that it was always going to be a struggle for him to end up in a similar position with his opponent hailing from South America. And even though he didn't get to make his second walk to the octagon, Tank is confident the UFC will compensate the fighters for their preparations for the event.
All right. Well, I hope they do get paid. They deserve it. And the fact that some of these fighters got into Cage Warriors is awesome.
Man, you better back up or you're going to go to sleep.
To
and
compete.
then you need to back up or you can go to sleep too.
Conor let them strip him of his belt. Bitch ass move, but it beats getting a beating by real fighters. Only thing he's defended, unsuccessful was Lobov. Check out the site Moss. I concluded my investigation. I love you again, Jesse. Winking face.
Let me ask you a question, Kainoto. Actually, I think I solved the case. Okay, ready? Conor McGregor's on his run at 145, okay? The pullback hair, strapping body, winning fights over and over again. He's sitting on the couch with his girlfriend watching the fight. And his girlfriend's like, wow, that guy's really good looking over there. Look at, ooh, that guy's hot. Who is that guy? It's Conor McGregor. He sucks. He's nothing special. He goes on, he wins some championships. Ooh, that guy's pretty hot over there. Honey, that's Conor McGregor. He just beats up midgets. Wins 2 belts. Honey, that guy's no good. Is that the problem here? Is that what's going on here, kind of?
Why don't you go to the website and find out?
Is that what it is? Because maybe that's the problem. Because I haven't seen. I mean, there are a lot of people that are so like anti-fighters, but he is in love. He is in love with Conor McGregor. Oh look. Here we go. All right. So if you look at this picture, this actually proves my point over here. Okay. So if you look at this picture over here.
Kind of this point. You didn't read his caption.
Hold on a second. I'm going to prove my point. Jesse, why do you shit on my bits? Like I'm trying to troll. And why you got to shit on my bits? Can you just let me troll for a second?
You sound a little upset.
Just let me troll. Jesus Christ. Kainota, would you slip her a couple of bucks? All right. Anyway, look at this over here. He made reference to Israel Adesanya beating up smaller guys. This looks like to me Israel versus Yoel. That's what it looks like to me. You have a jacked up, roided Chad Mendes versus a taller, lankier Conor McGregor. That's what it looks like to me. So I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Where's the Nate Diaz footage or the Cowboy Cerrone footage? Where's any of that? The Khabib footage? I didn't see any of that stuff over there. But anyway, back to the news over here, Jesse. Anything else we got in the news?
Yeah, one more thing.
All right. I need you to let me flourish. I'm like a young butterfly over here.
I always let you flourish.
I need to flourish over here and troll.
According to Bloody Elbow, former Bellator champ Michael Chandler is headed for free agency and eyes a stint with UFC or ONE FC. For the last 9 years of his career, Michael Chandler was one of the main staples of Bellator MMA. Along the way, he held the lightweight title 3 times and defended it thrice overall. And as he approaches the final fight on his contract, the 33-year-old Chandler will look to test free agency for the first time. Speaking to ESPN in a recent interview, he discussed a few options he is looking at, which still involves facing elite competition. Chandler is nothing but thankful towards Scott Coker and Bellator and intended to retire with the company, but the need to provide for his family has urged him to look at other opportunities.
Jesse?
What?
I'm just going to, and I got to say this, I got to give Kainota credit because he is actually one of the swollest holes out there. But I got to give him credit for his honesty over here. My girl actually likes Conor. She's a casual though.
He's inadvertently calling you a casual now.
So, once again, Mystic Moss calls it. The reason for Kainota's hatred for Conor McGregor is his girlfriend is smitten by McGregor. I know. I see these things, Jesse. I see these things. It's very easy for me to see these things. I'm quite mystical over here. So, Kainota, thank you for your honesty. I appreciate that. So it's all right. Listen, one day he's not going to be all good looking and everything like that, and we can move on. All right. Anyway, so Michael Chandler, he's going to free agency. Is he finally going to be in the UFC? What do you think? Is it finally going to happen? The only thing is, Chandler versus Eddie Alvarez over there. I mean, if they can get like Eddie back, those wars that went down, like that was something that was exciting. Get Michael Chandler back in there when Eddie was a champion and all this shit. But now Eddie's gone. Chandler still got some juice left, though. You know? Would you like to see him in UFC?
Sure.
Okay. Jesse would like to see him in the UFC. I feel like we lost you.
I'm here.
We lost you, Jess.
You lost me.
Yeah, what happened?
Everyone else, I have full attentiveness too.
But I mean, listen, I got to troll, man. When people are donating, I got to troll. So why do you get upset?
Man, you better back up. You're gonna go to sleep.
Chrome, what up, Chrome?
Man, you need to back
Happier
up.
than
You can
ever.
go to sleep too.
Let's see what Chrome has to say.
If people only knew how many times boxers never defend their belt, they would be shocked. Most boxers who win a belt will vacate it and move up or down to another weight class to win another belt. Then return to the class they vacated and try to win it back.
Yeah, listen, Chrome, I appreciate the donation. The problem here is sometimes when your girlfriend is smitten by an athlete, you tend to hate that person. And maybe that's the case with Israel Adesanya. Maybe the fact that Jesse's moist every time Israel Adesanya is on the screen, maybe that's why I'm like, I can't watch this guy anymore. Who knows? We're men. We have feelings. And Kainota has feelings. I don't know. So there's the big topic. This is what I love about this show. The fact that we have all these stories, yet it always goes back to Con. No matter what. Even when we don't even want to, we just throw a story out there and we want to move on. It always goes back. I don't know. Anyway. Damn it. So, that's that. All right, so to recap the show, the stream got shut down 2 times. We bounced back. This is the 3rd time, and we delivered all the news. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Wednesday show. We'll be back on Friday, right? There's no... Yes. Oh, man, there's no... Oh, Jesse, there's no fight briefing.
No, because there's no fights.
So tomorrow, maybe we'll do a gaming stream. I don't know. You got to check out our 2nd channel. There's a link in the description called Not the MMA-Holes. We perhaps will be on over there. So go give us a subscribe on Not the MMA-Holes, and we'll do some gaming streams and talk about some of the issues that are going on with the coronavirus and all that stuff. How you feeling? No fever tonight?
No.
Oh, shit. We didn't do a word from our sponsor. We got to give a word to our sponsors over here. Check it out. Mystic Roots. Almost forgot. Can't forget this. Get your CBD. Yeah. CBD. Let that beat kick in. Let that beat kick in.
Mystic Roots is a boutique organic hemp farm. You didn't pause the donations. So.
No shit, Jesse. Is that true?
I like Conor not because of his fighting but because he is crazy. I like crazy people. This Marks guy seems like the kind of guy I could kick it with. We will never get bored.
Jesus Christ. All right, Crumb, thank you. Thank you for the donation. Back to the roots over here. Donations are very much appreciated. We really do thank you all. Wonderful. Yeah.
Mystic Roots is a boutique organic hemp farm located in the Pacific Northwest. Mystic Roots provides the type of quality and product that you will absolutely not find in those old CBD companies. All of Mystic Roots products are homegrown on a trusted Oregon farm and completely organic, so you don't have to worry about those extra fillers or additives that those other CBD companies don't tell you about. Visit Mystic Roots with the link in the description below and get free shipping on any order over $35, as well as the best quality flowers, edibles, extracts, and cosmetics. Use promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, for up to 15% off your entire order. Ever since we started using Mystic Roots, we've never wanted to turn back to any other CBD company. Once again, visit Mystic Roots with the link in the description using promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get up to 15% off your entire purchase.
There you go. Mystic Roots, link in the description, 15% off, promo code MMA-Hole.
Just because you're not in Vegas doesn't mean you can't bet on MMA and UFC. BetDeciphers online wagering and has been paying winners for 20 years. Use the link in the description, promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get up to 100% bonus match as well as $25 as a welcome bonus today. We play there ourselves and recommend BetDeciphers if you want to add some excitement to sports or any casino gambling. Once again, go to BetDeciphers with link in the description below using promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get a limited time 100% bonus offer as well as $25 as a welcome bonus to make some extra cash in sports you know and love. It's only a game until you bet it at BetDCI.
Now listen, there's other things to bet on. I know there's no sports, but you can bet on literally everything. Politics, reality, they have a casino over there, everything. So link in the description and get that promo code, double the money, MMA-Hole.
Do you put your body to the test day in and day out? Do your muscles feel so stressed and fatigued that it hurts just to get out of bed in the morning? Whether you're a rigorous athlete or a hard worker, you want to buy a massage gun that provides the best therapy in the market. Theragun provides an all-in-one massage and recovery tool. Theragun helps you release muscle tension, soreness, and recover faster. Use the link in the description below, Theragun.com/holes, and start using a deep muscle massage treatment unlike anything you've ever felt. Again, head over to Theragun.com/holes and get a $40 saving with 2 free attachments to start feeling better, moving better, and recovering faster with tension and soreness relief.
Yeah, Theragun.
Do you own a business event or organization and are looking for the most efficient tools for marketing and advertising? Sticker Mule offers easy online ordering with a 4-day turnaround and free online proofs of free shipping. Use the link to Sticker Mule in the description below and get incredible promotional materials such as durable and waterproof vinyl stickers, coasters, magnets, customized tape, labels, bumpers, stickers, and more. Free shipping, free online proofs, fast production, satisfaction guaranteed. We use Sticker Mule for all of our marketing needs, and we've never been happier with the products we receive. Once again, visit Sticker Mule with the link in the description today.
Now, before we get into our next sponsor over here, Lux Bidet, I just want to say this. There were a couple of people sending us messages, Jeremiah being one of them, that Lux Bidet has doubled the price on their bidets. And Jesse, if you want to talk about,
yes.
we actually touched base with them about this.
Yes. So basically what happened is, and I hope you guys understand, is with this recent pandemic, it's not that they are gouging prices. That's not what they're doing. In fact, they are still less than any competitor that you will find on the internet. They are still charging less. But they have workers who are working overtime, working weekends. Also, let me just pull up the email for you so that I can reiterate exactly what they said. This is not in an effort to gouge prices on you guys. Simply a necessity this is something that had to be done.
Yeah, we actually have like a really cool relationship with these people at Lux. We reached out to them because we love the product. And we're in a situation where there's no toilet paper. So everyone's going nuts. So, I mean, now there's toilet paper restocking, but people are just going crazy saying, I got to get something. I need a bidet. And they're all just bombarding them. So this is the letter that they sent to us.
So it is exactly like you said, Drunk Vigo. It is supply and demand. That is the main thing. They said all of our staff at the warehouse and at our office was working overtime at overtime rates to meet the demand. We are also getting the shipping supplies shipped by expedited shipments, which is much more expensive, to the U.S. To fulfill the orders, they had to increase their expenses and keep items from going out of stock, which had lessened the sale discount on many of their models. Their current price still stays below their MSRP prices and below all of the competitors' prices. They are also getting more bidets shipped to them from their manufacturers by air shipment, greatly increasing the overall logistics cost, and will continue to work overtime. So for anyone who's complaining that the prices are too much or this and that, understand that you're still getting it for much lower than you will find it from any other bidet company that you can possibly come across on the internet. This is the lowest price you will get it for. After this is all over, their prices will go back to normal. But at this moment, they have to do this to pay their workers because they're getting an influx of purchases at the moment.
Listen, I'm telling you right now is the time to have one. So it is worth the money. Think about it. If you buy one of these bidets and you drastically cut down on toilet paper, you're saving a ton of money on these things. So check it out. Here is the little read for Lux Bidet.
Hold on, Moss. You done it. Say goodbye to toilet paper with affordable premium bidet attachments by Lux Bidet. Upgrade your bathroom with Lux Bidet's beautifully designed bidet attachments featuring chrome-plated water pressure and a temperature-control lever for a more elegant look. Lux Bidet attachments features user-friendly control knobs that are simple to operate. Simply connect your Neo bidet directly to your toilet or sink water supply to deliver your preferred level of water enjoyment. Use the link in the description below to Lux Bidet and check out using promo code MMA-Hole for 10% off your entire purchase. When your bidet arrives at your door, you can register your bidet ID to extend your product warranty and get a $5 coupon code towards your next purchase. Once again, use promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, at checkout with the Lux Bidet link in the description for a cleaner, healthier, happier butthole.
Yeah, Lux Bidet. All right, and last but not least, ESPN Plus. We have no UFC over there, but you can go back and watch some of the old fights. You also have Disney Plus and Hulu that you can be binging on. The Mandalorian is actually wonderful. That I recommend tremendously. So check the link in the description. We got some bundle deals, packages. Everyone that clicks that link and orders a package, a deal from ESPN Plus, we get a little kickback. So shout out to ESPN Plus. Link down below.
Also,
Dana having it on a military facility with no laws.
You think that's going to happen? You never know. He's buddy with Trump. Thank you, Brazilian.
Don't forget ExpressVPN, 35% discount. Link in the description.
There you go. Protect yourself. 35% off right there. All right. Thank you to the donators tonight. And do you think they're going to do it on a lockdown facility, the UFC?
What do you mean?
Like that donation said. The UFC is going to have it on like a lockdown military facility.
No.
No? Well, it's going to be a special place.
Okay.
CBD.
You hungry?
Nope.
CBD.
All right. Hungry? CBD.
CBD.
What up, Berto? Coming in.
CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you want to get these before or after the fight training and make your life a better place.
Let's see what Roberto has to say.
Brazilian in the chat mentioned a military. That's a great idea. Khabib versus Tony in Camp Pendleton. I think it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, you dismissed it really quick. Why not?
I didn't dismiss anything. I just said I don't think it's going to happen.
So, all right. So, do you think
it's not impossible? I personally don't think it's going to happen.
Okay. Well, you just said no, so I'm just assuming.
Yeah,
that
no,
you said
I don't
no.
think it's going to happen.
I mean, why not? Why wouldn't it happen?
Because those. Do you know how those bases are used?
Well, let me put it to you this way. Say they try to do something where, okay, you can't have all these people together because of this virus. So what they do is they test these fighters, make sure everyone's clear to go. You bring them to a military base, and now you give the troops a little show.
Yeah, they can't do that.
They've done it before.
The bases are on lockdown right now. Both my brothers are on lockdown.
Okay. So what if Trump says, throw them over there. Give them a little extra show.
You can't.
You gotta
if the
entertain
base
them.
is on lockdown, nobody gets in, nobody gets out.
All right, we need our military friends in the chat. What do you think? Is this a no? Is this a negative? I mean, we're trying to get UFC 249 for God's sakes. We're trying to work things out. Let's see what the chat says.
All right, is the internet going to be shut down? No. Navy aircraft carrier in Saudi Arabia. Tony dropping out the helicopter before the fight. Truck thump. Khabib versus Tony, Saudi Arabia. Vlad is on lockdown. Bellator has done fights on military bases before. Biden will save us. Nick C33 sup. I was stationed there. Fook Brayan. The bases aren't on lockdown. Indian reservation. No laws in the middle of a field.
How about that? Now Vlad actually knows.
Indian reservation.
They're not on lockdown.
Yes, they are. I don't know what base you're on. Marine Corps lockdown for Camp Pendleton. It's locked down.
But not all bases are locked down.
The donation said Camp Pendleton. That's a Marine Corps base.
Okay, but what I'm saying is this: there could be a base that is not locked down that they could do.
Yeah, probably like an Air Force base or an Army base. But okay, see Vandenberg AFB. See, that's an Air Force base.
Okay, so that works.
Okay, but the donation said Camp Pendleton, which is a Marine Corps base.
We're trying to solve the
lockdown.
I understand what you're saying, but we're trying to solve a problem here. So what we're doing is we're helping the UFC out. We're trying to weasel it down and get the right location.
Yes, Polar Bear, it is in San Diego.
So there we go. Let's do that. All right, let's go to that Air Force base. I'm in.
Super chat.
Where do we sign? PBR.
Single fight PPV.
How about a single fight pay-per-view? Right? You know what? You look at Dude Perfect. We were speaking about them the other night. They have these live streams from a hockey rink, right? And they did a basketball one too as well, where they have the cast of Dude Perfect, which is like 6 people or something like that. They have one guy doing the camera and they have one obnoxious announcer. Why can't the UFC do something like that where it's like, listen, we can't have the crazy production, but we're going to street beefs it. We're going to go for it. We're going to just stream this shit on ESPN. Now hear me out here. We don't have to have all the fancy angles. We're going to give you the fight. We're going to give you the fight. These guys want to compete. We're going to give you the fight. We're going to make sure they're tested. They're clean. Everything's good to go. We're going to put them in there. We're going to make it intimate. And we're going to let it go down. I would be down for one camera. I don't need all of the fucking camera angles. I've watched street beefs and been just as entertained with that as I was with the UFC. So why not that? What do you think about that?
Okay.
Right? Let me know in the chat. What do you think about that idea? That's something.
Super chat.
What's up with the Brazilian?
I got food at FT Hamilton today, no problem.
Oh, see, there you go. You got food over there. What'd you order? Thank you for the donation. Let's see what the chat says about this. I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea. Who cares? Right?
My rule says make it Russia, let's go. Right, Drive Lily, yes. Flutter Thinking Joe, Touchy Feely Biden. Madame Rabbit says sounds good to me. Kurt C, fuck, but that live gate would be missing on or out of 16 mil.
And my answer to that would be, well, you got to make money somehow, right? Yes, they would be missing out, but if we keep on waiting month after month, that's just more money that the UFC is losing, right? They're not going to make a lot of money from it, but you put the fight together. You try to maybe work it off some sort of donations or a coronavirus relief fund or some shit like that. You know, that helps with their taxes and shit. I don't know. Do something where you can do it intimate. You can do a live stream, but it has to be on ESPN Plus, and you just try to make the money that way. You got to make money somehow. Just sitting around not doing anything, you're not going to make any money. The problem is going to be trying to fly these athletes back and forth and making sure that they don't catch anything on the way. That's going to be the difficult part. Did we do the story with Khabib training and by himself? Did you see that?
No.
Shit, how did we not do that story? There's a story out there. Khabib is training, but he's training by himself. It's locked down. I thought this was in the news. How did that not get on the news? Anyway, that is the story. So you have Khabib, and I think it's an AKA, if I'm not mistaken. He's training over at the gym or wherever he's at. He's by himself. That's it. No one's allowed to be around him. I guess he's got whatever select few that are clean and ready to go, and he's still getting ready for UFC 249.
Yes.
So, and we've seen Tony Ferguson is ready too. Look at him over. We got to go a little later, Jess. Are you done?
No.
You see him? I don't know.
Why are you asking me weird questions?
Oh, you seem like you're out of it. You're tapping out.
Don't jump to conclusions, Moss. It's the worst thing you can do.
No, the worst thing I could do is stab you between the eyes. But
no, that's my job.
That's the worst thing I could do. See,
well,
Tony's dancing by himself. Look at this. You think Khabib's doing the same thing where he's at?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. There goes Tony. There goes Tony. Anyway, all right. So chat room, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I really do appreciate your company. Make sure, hey, hit the likes, man. 88 likes over here. Let's get to 100. Let's at least beat the ceiling one time on this recuperation stream. Give us the likes right now. Get your last words in the chat, and then we're out of here.
Tony in his natural habitats is Polar Bear, Sean Hart. Tony is a maniac. Love it. Fancy Pants, Vigo, Flat Earth, Deacon. Was he handing them out, bro? Ride, drive, Lily. What the fuck? Drunk Vigo. Moss, are you scared? Remain Whack says Pulse Reloaded. Oh, it's over, says Sean Hart. Just have it in the streets. Rocky 5 style, says Drunk Savage. Flat Earth Deacon. No, only OGs. FPV. Kevin from Chicago says beat my large hog instead. Real Gamer.
Who's beating his large hog?
Kevin.
Well, that's fake news. It's not large.
Yeah, it's
no way.
Big.
That's come on.
Probably the size of a baby carrot.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Worldwide Exclusive says Tony is gonna take this fuck Khabib. 2 Joints is working on the cure. Bros, Jesse, are you feeling better? Yes. Thank you for asking. Jesse is mine now. No more Jesse for you, Mr. Moss, says someone in some other language. Fancy Pants Amigo says, ha ha ha. Carl says, most likely in UAE. My rules, these two always argue like two. What did we argue about tonight? Nothing. I think someone's a little delusional in the chat room. Polar Bear says, dislike can suck on Kevin's baby carrot.
You know what? I was thinking the exact same thing. As soon as I heard carrot, I was like, oh.
Drug Savage. Oh, go ahead.
Jesse?
What?
I have fantastic news.
What?
The people have come together on this glorious Wednesday night. I don't care how it went down. They gave us the hundo. We're going to do it. We're going to beat up the ceiling. Thank you for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, get your fists in the air on a Coronavirus Wednesday. Boots and pants. Here we go. I don't care how sick you are. You still have enough energy to beat up the ceiling, right? Let's go, Coronavirus in the house.
100 likes.
Watching fights. It's so tight.
MMA-Holes.
Pump them lights.
100 likes.
Watching fights. It's so tight.
MMA-Holes.
Pump them lights. 100 likes. Watching fights. It's so tight.
MMA-Holes.
Pump them lights.
100 likes.
Watching fights. It's so tight.
MMA-Holes.
Pump them lights.
The dislikes can
Choke on a carrot.
There you go,
Kevin's baby
choke.
carrot.
Choke
on Kevin's baby carrot.
Choke on Kevin's carrot. There you go. Oh, my goodness, Jesse. What a show tonight. What a fantastic show. Everyone, thank you for joining us on this wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Even through the hard times of getting shut down by OBS, we have bounced back and we've hung with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
All right.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
You got to eat something. Did you eat any dinner?
No, I'm not hungry.
You got to eat something.
Ugh. No, I'm not hungry.
What?
I have no appetite right now.
Maybe we'll have some
I haven't had an
CBD.
appetite for the last 2 days.
It's probably the coronavirus.
No, I think I'm pregnant.
I went to the post office. That would be great. Just add that to the equation. I went to the post office today to drop off Mr. Christian Pales CBD, courtesy of Mystic Roots. Went over there. And I picked up Jeff Zemrino's card as well.
Yeah.
And it was weird.
Why?
We had people very spaced out in between
well,
each
yeah,
other.
social distancing.
Yeah, we had that going on. I made sure I was distanced. And I didn't want to touch anything. I'm like, did you find yourself when you're at the grocery store, like holding your breath in weird situations?
Yes. Every time I walk by someone or if someone coughs or sneezes, I hold my breath until I can pass their vicinity.
Do you guys do that in the chat, or are we overreacting over here?
You know, sometimes when I was younger, when I was in like junior high, and I would walk past like a kid in school, like if there's certain kids in school that you know are retarded. Not like retarded, like retarded, but I'm saying retarded like they just act stupid. You know, like those kids? Mm-hmm. Like this kid just acts like a fucking idiot, you know? Not that they actually are, but that they just act like that.
Okay.
So, and you know, like there's like a whole bunch of different kids like that in school. So every time I would walk past them, if I had to like walk behind them in a line or something, I would hold my breath because I was afraid that if I breathed in like their aura, then they would make me stupid.
Sometimes I have to do that on the show, Jesse, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Listen, that was a layup. I had to I had to. All right, anyway. So you used to do that, really?
Yeah.
That was a joke. It was there. You know, like when it's right there. I'm like,
it's always right there for you, Mom.
You ever hear the Bill Burr thing where he's like, I shouldn't say it, and then I just say it? No. I just did the Bill Burr thing there. Did you really? Did you tell your parents that you did that?
No.
You held your breath when you passed retarded kids?
No.
You didn't tell your parents that? So this is the first time you ever said it in public?
Yeah.
Do you feel weird saying it now?
No.
No?
I have no remorse.
So if you thought that
I don't feel anything.
And you're going around now, I mean, you must really hold your breath.
Yeah, sometimes I hold my breath like when I know you're passing me to go to the bathroom or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to pick up any of Moss's negative aura. You know, I've already got enough to deal with. I don't need to deal with the Moss.
Bill Burr has he has such a funny bit, and I think a lot of guys know this. You know, the simpy ones don't, but a lot of like the knuckleheads like myself, it's so funny. Like something is said by a female, and a guy sits there and he hears it and he thinks of a joke and he's like, "Oh, this will be good," and then he's like, "This is probably not the right time, not the right time."
Well, you already did it tonight, Moss. So
and then boom, he says it.
I wouldn't suggest you jump into any other ditches.
But you know what? At least I am admitting that I probably shouldn't have said that, but I just said
There's a lot of things you shouldn't have said tonight, but you did, so.
Oh, stop it.
Listen,
well, you said we weren't arguing.
I'm just trying to protect you, you know? Like, everything's good, but just don't dig yourself into anything else.
She sounds like a hitman right now. Hit woman. You want to fight?
I don't need to fight you to kill you.
Jesse tried to do the, so speaking of the TikTok thing from before, Jesse tried to do the, where's the video of this? It's so stupid.
You can't play the song. It's copyright.
No, but if I can do... What is that called?
Oh, na.
Let's see if I could do this.
It's T-I-K, Moss.
T-I-K? Well,
you can't fix stupid.
The fact that I don't know how to spell TikTok is fine. How do you say it? Oh, na.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't play the song, though.
I know, Jesse. I know I can't play the song. All right, so it's like this shit over here. You got to fucking kick the feet together or some shit like that, right? It's really Gaylord. Okay? That's what we're going to practice before we go to bed.
It's true.
You think we can nail it?
No, I don't.
No, you don't think so?
No, I think we're going to fail miserably. Fall on our asses.
If you and your significant others can nail that, drop it on the MMA-Holes community section.
We're not going to nail it.
And what do you think? Can we pull that off? I don't know. But that's what's going on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, the coronavirus is spreading. But people are doing that little dance. So, there you go. All right. We're out of here.
Okay.
Say those magic words, Jesse. And we'll see them on Friday.
Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole.